Oh man, I think it's definitely going to be unreal. If you hit the road with this thing, because I think people are just going to love it, not just because they're Metallica fans, because they get to see a bunch of young lads getting out there and giving those songs a little bit of a fresh live sound.
Yeah, exactly. Metallica to me has always been, about including the crowd in. So you probably noticed the other night when we played the Bright Side together, it was a few people standing there with their arms crossed, and you're like, okay, that's my job. I gotta see if I can get you guys into this. And I think partway through Creeping Death, they all started going, hey, do this whole die die chant part, and man, that started to play out pretty well. So.
Did you feel like James?
I will say, as I said, been a while since I've been on stage. Those first three songs, I was nervous as hell, and then after that, I just sort of hit a groove and went, "Now I'm James, all right."
It just from the get go, it just really felt like that. The spirit of James was there. It was just, yeah, dude, I can't say enough good things, and, I can't urge people enough to get down to Hard Rock on Saturday and just witness it for themselves.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I think, with the whole intro and all that sort of stuff that we had, and we had a pretty decent, sound guy, there on the night and lighting guy. I mean, you once you've got, a good rapport with the guys that you work with, and you've got good backup from the people on stage with you, that you're covered. You can take on the world at that point.
Are you going to be adding like the props and stuff at a later date?
We have actually talked about props and so forth. What we don't want to do is turn it into like a Spinal Tap and have little baby Doris sort of at the side of the stage. If we do it, we're gonna basically balls out. Let's see what we can do. Get our own backdrop and all that. But it's a matter of whatever we're allowed to do legally that's not going to upset certain band members.
Everything I've sort of read, like the actual Metallica guys actually seem pretty cool. They encourage it. They love it. They love that people pay tribute to them and the amazing songs that they've written. It's just
I don't know whether you've heard or not, but there was a band over in I think Canada. It was a tribute band, and suddenly there was a big lawyer sent out letters to this band saying you must cease and desist using this and using that, and it started to be a little bit of a debate on Facebook at one point. And I just sort of put in my 2 cents and said, look, the guys probably don't even know that the lawyers sent it out. And less than a week later, there was a statement issued by Lars and James to say, we didn't even know this lawyer had actually sent out the letters. And I'm like, that's my boys.
See, that's it. It's like, I do understand, if there's, you hear about, makeup companies and stuff like that trying to do a cash in. I think that's a totally different thing. I think that's what the lawyers should be looking out for. But if it's, people paying tribute and loving the music, just leave them alone. Just encourage it,
Totally agree. I think if you're not, if you're playing the songs and you're not selling merchandise and you're not trying to claim it as your own, I think, leave them be. They're bringing it to the masses, more or less free advertising for them,
Yeah, that's it. Oh, what's the worst that's going to happen? What, someone's actually going to go out and buy Master of Puppets?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, I think that side of things ridiculous. But I did agree with you. I think it was cool that the boys, stuck up for those lads.
Yeah, totally. I got to meet all four of them 2004, and I can tell you, regardless whether it's a meet and greet, I mean, you hear of all these bands, and I'm not going to name names, but you hear of all these bands that are charging $2,500 to meet the band and all this sort of stuff. And, at that time, it's part of the Metallica club. You pay your $60 membership, you get a T-shirt and blah, 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 blah. They've cut that off since. They've actually made the Met Club free. So they've decided that, the crowd must be the fifth member. So they've included everyone. But when I actually got to meet all four guys, they each of them were very, I guess, humbled in the fact that, they've been around for so long and the fans are still there. They're not, snubbing them. They're not, being rude to them or anything like that. You want something signed, yeah, I'll sign this and I'll sign that sort of thing. So, very open and just happy for you to actually be at their shows. So,
That's so cool, man. And they were, you got all your stuff signed, the photos and all that jazz?
Yeah, man. I got, there's a T-shirt that was actually in between Jason and Rob that they actually come out with. They were bobblehead cartoons, more or less, and the bass player actually had like a fake printed sticker on it, said "Head coming soon," and I figured I'm going to buy 2 of those T-shirts just in case. And what happens on the next year that they come out to Australia, I got to meet them and I got them to sign that T-shirt, and it's quite proudly sitting on my wall, man. All I need now is Jason's signature, and I'm sweet,
Then the circle is complete. Well, they're working on a new album, meant to be a heavy one for later on there.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe that it's going to be out before Christmas. I believe.
What a Christmas present! That's awesome.
Well, they'd want him for 700 odd riffs that Kirk lost on his phone.
Oh. I did read that. That's pretty. You'd be so devastated.
Can you imagine being the guy that actually picks it up, though? There's all these guitar riffs on there, and I don't get it.
I wonder if you had it all saved to the cloud.
You'd be spewing, wouldn't you? You'd be absolutely ropeable.
I guess he's got a Samsung or something.
Yeah.
I bet he's switching to an iPhone now.
All these wah. What's going on with all the wah?
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we're actually going to go to another track now, Blackened. Another one you chose. Of course, why'd you choose this one?
It's one of those songs where, as you go around in the musician sort of side of things, and so someone suggests a cover, it's always in a Sandman or some basic thing. And this time round, I sort of put my foot down and I said, okay, all 4 members need to be able to play Blackened well, and I got that, and now it's my brand new favourite song, even though it's old.
Something about that intro, man.
There's a little thing. Basically, I've got a little contraption that's you play a little solo, and then it's got an overdubbing thing, and you play another little bit, and you play another little bit, and then it's also got a reverse function. And not a lot of people know, but that very intro is actually a reversed guitar intro.
Yeah.
It's actually going to,
that's cool, man.
So that's why everyone was, we're going to play Blackened, and I'm looking out in the crowd and I'm playing these chords and I'm playing a couple of little notes here and a couple of little notes there, and you could see everyone just scratching their heads. Actually, the lighting guy was a friend of mine. He turns around and he says, when you did that, he said, I'm scratching my head talking to the sound guy going, I don't know what he's doing. The sound guy goes, no, I don't either. And suddenly, come into Blackened, and they're going, I know what he's doing. Oh, I know what he's doing too. So there you go.
Oh, that's wicked, man. Awesome. Well, we're going to go to the track Blackened, and then we're going to follow it up with Fuel. Now, I like the old Load and, that era of Metallica, and, Reload was quite a big CD as well. So, it divided a lot of fans, but it definitely pushed that band to the new era. Why do you like Fuel so much?
I guess, as you've probably guessed, James is like a god to me sort of thing. And at one point he turns around and I think they were just about to play a parking lot gig, roll in with the semi, play all these songs, and then roll back out. And it was a Raiders tailgate show thing that, James was really pumped about. And he goes, and someone said, what do you want to play? And he says, Fuel, because I like it. And I'm like, actually, I like it too.
It's a good track, man. It's a really good track.
Yeah, no, it is. It's awesome.
Awesome, man. Well, I would like to wish you and the boys all the best for Saturday night. Everyone should get down there and, see what you guys do, because you do it well.
Thank you very much, Nev. Thank you for having me on Rabid Radio. it's awesome to be here. And as Nev said, we're really looking forward to kicking everyone's bum on Saturday the 19th. So get down there.